So as you guys know, this is the SR Miata here, which has a blown head gasket, but we've got a whole laundry list of things that we need to do to this car. So we're getting a new trigger kit from our friends in Australia from 50 Ignite. We've got a bunch of cylinder head stuff coming, but in the meantime, we've also upgraded, he's going to upgrade to an EMU black. The reason is that he's also decided to go drive-by-wire. So another thing too is that he's got a bunch of just extra additional modules that's no longer going to be used. This is the CAN bus module here, and again, he's not going to be using that. The EMU has CAN bus on board, and we'll be able to transmit more signals to his ADU as well, so that all works out. So the cool thing about the EMU black versus the EMU classic is that the gray connector is the exact same. There's no changes here. All the changes need to be done on the black connector. There's one other thing that needs to be done on this black connector besides moving pins around, and that's actually adding a single constant 12-volt power. But all the pins just get moved around. I think there's 1 or 2 pins that do have to change in physical size. So when you're looking at this connector, you can see that the outside row is physically larger than the inside row, and I believe that some of the pins are like smaller pins that need to go larger pins, or vice versa. I can't recall off the top of my head. Fortunate enough, ECU Masters has a nice little pin out that shows you the conversion, so we're going to go ahead and get started on that. So the very first thing that you actually need to do before you unplug anything is actually pull the ECU file. You can import EMU classic files into an EMU black, but not vice versa. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it here, because obviously I tuned this car, so there's no need for that. But the first thing you need to do again is just pull the file off of it. So now with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start pulling the this yellow connector off, and that's pretty simple to do. If you look right here, there's a little plastic tangs on both sides to pull that out. Alrighty, so as you can see, I have the EMU black plugged in on one side on the gray connector, and so just to show you guys that there's no changes that need to be made on this one. So now at this point, we're going to go ahead and grab our black connector, and we've got to remove the orange retainer on it. But so the way I like to do it is basically once the retainer is removed, I'll put this on just partially here, and with it barely locked in, we just have it so it's not moving, and we can use it for orientation, and you know, we can still slide all the pins that need to go in and out of it. Okay, so we got the first row done, and basically what's happening here is that everything is just offset by 1 all the way up to, if you're using pin 8 here, this goes to pin 1 for ignition, but everything else basically just offset it. So if you, essentially in a nutshell, if you took pin 8, moved it onto this side, and then everything else from here goes all the way over. So okay, so it's actually pretty straightforward. So essentially what you're doing is you're taking these 3 pins, right, and you're moving it to the first column over here. Then after that, every other pin here, so every other pin here from the top left just basically gets shifted over 1. So my suggestion to you is, if you're doing this upgrade to make it easier on yourself without having to look at the diagram, simply depin the right side on the EMU classic, put it into your first slot here on the EMU black, then just literally go 1 by 1 after that, straight across, and then it's done. So that's all that comes down to, and that's essentially done there. So the only thing that we have to do now is we have to deal with pin 13. So pin 13 on the EMU black here is battery 12 volt. So we have to do that, and then from there, this won't apply to most people, but because we have this CAN bus module here, we're gonna have to take these 2 wires and pin them to our CAN bus wiring, which is 12 and 25. So that's what I recalled there, is that these 2 wires actually have to go to a large pin for CAN bus. Not a big deal. And then, so on the EMU Classic, the flex fuel sensors actually ran into cam sync 2, and it's still in cam sync 2, but on the EMU Black, it has its own specific flex fuel sensor input here. So all we have to do is move pin 7 to pin 9. I'm going to leave it as is to see. I'm pretty sure in the EMU black software we can keep CamSync 2 here as our flex fuel, so nothing too crazy there. So I'm going to go ahead and make a wire for pin 13, and at that point we should be able to import our tune in onto the EMU black via the software, and then it should start right up. Alrighty, so I imported over the tune, but the car actually didn't start. What it was that it had an older firmware on it. I updated the firmware and made no other changes to the software, and it fired right up. Now, this wire here, pin 13, this is the 12-volt wire. This won't apply to a lot of you guys, I don't think, but we have a wiring specialties harness, and the wiring specialties harness has this little extra options connector right here that we tapped into a while back, but fortunately enough I made spare 12-volt connections, so we tapped it into here and I went ahead and wired up CAN bus, and everything's working. So we went ahead and test started it, fired right up, no problems, and everything works like it's supposed to. Now we did try to get it started a little bit earlier, so it did run kind of rough when we first started it, which makes sense just because that we were kind of probably dumping fuel in it. But as you can see, everything as you can see, CAN bus stuff is all working like it's supposed to, and you can also see all that cloudy smoke over there. So again, like you said, it starts and runs, and it's ready to move forward on some of the other parts once they all get here. Now, in terms of other parts, believe it or not, the trigger kit just showed up from Australia. We ordered this last week and it's already here, so super excited. This isn't actually our first one. We've actually done 2 or 3 of these already, so we got that going for us. And so now that we know that it starts on the new ECU, we're gonna hold off on doing the trigger kit here, just because again we know that it starts. We're at that point where we can pull the head now completely off, send it off, and get all his new goodies installed. And then at that point, what we'll do is we'll put the we'll install the trigger kit and then get it started on the new trigger kit stuff. So other than that though, everything's moving along swimmingly well on this one, and hopefully you guys stick around for our next one where we pull the head and build the head with, you know, we've got a bunch of stuff here. We've got a solid lifter conversion, we've got Kelford cams, upgraded valves, just the absolute works on this thing. So hopefully we can get this all together sooner than later. And we've also are going to go switch over to drive-by-wire. So the drive-by-wire stuff is mostly here. We don't have a pedal just yet, but that is something that's also going to get situated on this as well. Whether we install that before pulling the head, I don't know, but definitely on the up and up. Super stoked on how this is all coming about.